This is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Welcome to Discoveries in Health. This is a discussion every Thursday from 3 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. Central Time would be about 5 until 7. And then you got the East Coast time. It would be about 6 until 8. On the East Coast. And what we do here is we talk about natural remedies. We invite you to press the star key on your telephone, and when you do that, you press it 2 times, and it will unmute your microphone, and you can ask a question. You can suggest a topic that we would talk about. Those are some of the options. You can give a testimony about natural remedies that helped you and encourage others to learn more about natural remedies. It's been discouraged in the USA. Natural remedies has been discouraged by the government since the 1940s. And the big promise was that allopathic medicine, pharmaceutical drugs, it was going to be the big cure and cure everything, and everything would be wonderful. Well, no, that didn't work. It hasn't worked, and that started out, and that was the big promise, back in 1940. But and people got away from natural remedies. They said, oh, well, we're going to the doctor. The doctor doesn't use natural remedies. He uses drugs. And that's what they use. And they have been using them ever since and have excluded natural remedies almost entirely. Some medical doctors dare to prescribe a natural vitamin or herb, and a lot of them do not. They adhere to a system that if a drug won't help you, then there is no cure. And then they will go running around shouting that until everybody believes it, including themselves. But the evidence is that that's not the case. People are getting on these drugs, and one drug leads to another drug and another one and another one until they are being drugged to death. And it's a big business, and it's and anyone who disagrees with that is vilified as then all these. This medical and pharmaceutical system then vilifies those who are using natural remedies, and that hasn't worked because people have discovered that natural remedies are working and are helping people, and the word has gotten out to where the only people that are believing in the medical doctors anymore are people who just aren't listening. They just don't. They're not doing what a lot of people are doing now, and that is waking up to natural remedies and that the fact that these natural remedies allow the body to heal itself. So we're not talking about a natural remedy cure for this and a natural remedy cure for that. What we're talking about is when you take care of the body, and if you take care of the bloodstream and the digestive tract and the liver and the colon, if you take care of these, but a lot of people don't know how. And they go to a medical doctor, and a medical doctor, again, puts a Band-Aid on it, or wants to take out, wants to do surgery and take out the colon and so forth. That's how they think. They don't look at the natural remedy that will get the digestive tract working again, get the liver working again, and so that it's able to do its job, and it's all a unified system where because if the blood isn't right, if the blood is dirty, if it's got cancer, there's diabetes, there's stress and so forth that's toxifying the blood, and the liver is not able to operate under all that stress, well, then the blood becomes toxic. And what can you do? Clean it. And you can clean it with natural remedies. There are herbs. There are lots of herbs. And that's what we talk about here, is how to use these natural remedies. And we do that every Thursday. And my name is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst, PhD. And we welcome you to press your star key at any time to join the conference and ask questions and make comments and suggest topics and give testimonies. That's what we're here for. This is a discussion. It's not a lecture. So just sharing that information. And by the way, how to reach me, I'll be your personal health coach, and I'll give you a free consultation. And my telephone number is 503-362-5899. That's 503-362-5899. My email, well, that's the same as the website, with all the information that we're talking about here that has been published, that the government tried to take away from you. However, a federal judge told them to leave it alone. So it's still there, but the federal government is relentless in their pursuit of making sure you don't have the option of natural remedies, that the only option is drugs. Drugs, and more drugs. That's all they know. So my email address is Truman, Truman, at Herbal, Herbal, Health, Health, Review, Review. That's Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. And herbalhealthreview.com is the website where all of these videos of these broadcasts over the decades are published. It's all free. It's on herbalhealthreview.com. And all these videos and all these 250 reports, all that information that's linked over to a manufacturer, so that you don't have to click on a report and look at a product and say, yeah, now where do I get it? Well, all you do is in that report, you click on it and it takes you over to betterhealthherbs.com, because that is the manufacturer, and you need to know that. It's betterhealthherbs.com. healtherbs.com, and their telephone number is 541-791-8400. So that's 541-791-8400, and that's website is Better Health Herbs, and their email would be sales@healtherbs.com. So that's Health Herbs is their name. BetterHealthHerbs.com is their website. But in Albany, Oregon, Health and Herbs, 541-791-8400. Now you've got all the numbers and so forth, and we've got that out of the way. There's one other thing that I should mention. I don't have sponsors for this broadcast. This broadcast is brought to you by Good Shepherd Ministries. That's my ministry, and it's driven by donations alone. I don't sell products. I don't get anything from the sale of any product. I proved that in a federal court too. And so if you can, when you go on that website, herbalhealthreview.com. When you're on herbalhealthreview.com, look for that yellow donate button off to the top of every one of those reports, or if you're on your smartphone, it could be on the bottom because it does that. But anyway, look for that yellow donate button, because that's the only thing that keeps us going here, keeps me going, keeping this all glued together, because it does cost. And I do appreciate your help with that, because I don't get anything from the sale of any products. So please, again, go to herbalhealthreview.com, click that donate button, the yellow donate button on any of the reports, and please make a donation to keep us going here so we can reach out and stay here and provide all this information for you, and all the research and all these videos and so forth. And of course, up on that herbalhealthreview.com, you can't buy anything. Nothing's for sale. That's a website about me. That's it. But it links over to the manufacturer so you can. And when you get to that betterhealtherbs.com website, remember the coupon for 15% discount is Health01. The word health, HEALTH, and the numbers 01. And that's Health01 for a 15% discount. So anyway, those are all things that could be useful and helpful, to access natural remedies. And by the way, whenever you're purchasing anything from Health and Herbs, they're in Albany, Oregon, they track every single purchase, everything you're taking, and they know what herb, what vitamin, what nutrient you're going to need next. They just look at what you've been using. And so so they become your coaches. I'll be your coach, and Health and Herbs is also your coach. So just know that it's a complete health and wellness system, and that's my family. This is my family. So that all being said, now let's go get to one of my favorite parts of this broadcast, and that is going over and visiting with our friend. And that would be Prophet Elijah over there in Pike Road, Alabama. And I should give you his telephone number, because he is absolutely the best prayer partner you're going to find. In his telephone number, Prophet Elijah, there in Pike Road, Alabama, at the Word of Life Ministry, that telephone number is 334-868-3881. 334-868-3881. And let's go visit with him right now. And push this button. Hello, Prophet Elijah. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here. How are you today?
I am blessed, and everything is just really. It's amazing to watch the works of the Most High. And I see that on a daily basis, and I hear people, and they're calling me back, and they're talking with me, and they're getting results, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing, and it's a labor of love, brother. So could you bless us today with an opening prayer, sir?
Yes, sir. Jeremiah 51 and 20. Axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nation, and with thee will I destroy. Most High, open Dr. Berst and my eyes to how the enemy, Satan, uses networks to work against your chosen people. Because without networks, he cannot stand. Spiritual crimes that are perpetuated and accomplished with the aid of demonic networks and communication lines are now diffused. I command that we now take him by surprise, shatter and scatter his plans. We command that everything that has been stolen from us be returned in Yeshua's name. By the word, his love and power, we sever every communication line, every form and shape of which they communicate to commit havoc in our lives. We cut them down in the name of Yeshua. Father, we ask that you reinforce and install your will in the heavens and earthly realms. We ask for angelic assistance for this assignment. For these declarations, therefore, we ask, Father, that you release your warring angels in the lives of Dr. Burks in Kingston, Jamaica, Albany, Oregon, Dr. Miles in Georgetown, Texas, Pike Road, Alabama, all cities, states, and countries of the listeners around the world, and most of all, discoverers in health. As we decree and declare your word, we shall take it and move it in the name of Yeshua. We take authority over all astral assignments directed against us, and we ask you, Most High, to establish an impenetrable shield of protection between Dr. Burst and Dr. Miles this evening. There shall be no delays, no incidents with this program in the mighty name of Yeshua. We stand with the power of the Almighty and bind Satan and all his evil spirits, demonic forces, satanic powers, principalities, along with all kings and princes of terror from the air, water, fire, ground, and netherworld, and evil forces of nature. We expose all demonic forces as weakened, defeated enemies of Christ, the one and highest authority, and we command these spirits in the abyss to never again return. Shalom.
All praises to the Most High. Shalom. Thank you, brother. Do you have any do you have any suggestions today? You always come up with great suggestions. Do you have any today, sir? Topics or suggestions, something we should talk about?
Yes, matter of fact, you was talking about it, and I was talking to my wife about it. I want to talk today about the importance of blood purification, because the blood is composed of four components, which is plasma and the red blood cells and the white blood cells and the platelets. So I'm thinking right now, because I'm experiencing some things here where a lot of Hebrews are going to the plasma bank, and they are selling their blood for $35, the plasma for $35.
Mm-hmm.
And they are lined up on 2 days a week, and they are lined up to get in for $35.
Yes. Yes.
And I know that as we talk and how Yeshua has already told us, and Ahia has told us that there's life in the blood.
Yes.
The life is, and the life of all flesh is in the blood.
Yes.
So health and happiness depend on the bloodstream containing all the necessary elements, and when one is missing, disease in some form have to result.
Exactly. Absolutely, you're absolutely
So,
correct. Yes.
So that's what I want to talk about tonight, because I know blood is imperative, and we need our blood cleansed, and we need our blood, and we should use our blood, and not to be just giving it away and going out to get $35 and go use it on something to destroy the bloodstream all over again.
Yeah, and there are things in this bloodstream that they're deeming are okay, but they don't know everything. And so what else is in there? What else is in besides the spirit of that person in that blood? What else is in the blood? So that's an interesting question. So let's talk about blood cleansing and purification with natural remedies. So that will be one of the topics. Now, if you have a topic or if you have a question, press your star key on your microphone 2 times. It'll open up your microphone, and we can talk about your topic as well. So let's go, and as we're waiting for someone to open their mic, and no one is at the moment, so we will go ahead now, and I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna go to the Make Lifestyle Changes Diet. Okay, I'm gonna go to the website herbalhealthreview.com, and when I'm on herbalhealthreview.com, I'm clicking on common conditions, and then when I'm on common conditions, I'm going down, and the very first report is make lifestyle changes. So I'm going to click on Make Lifestyle Changes, and because that report pretty much tells you the whole story, because when you're looking at the Make Lifestyle Changes report, that is the main report. That is the report that gives you the diet. It gives you the blood cleansing. It is, and then that's where it all starts. Because if you don't have the proper intake of nutrition, then you don't have a good foundation. And nobody's perfect. You're not going to eat perfectly all the time, everything. But if you eat, it's what you do most of the time that is going to count. And if most of the time you are eating junk food or things that too much sugar or too much bread, and or red meat and etc., things that are not working for the body so well. And if that's happening too often, something breaks, which isn't. So why even do it? Why do it until it breaks? And a lot of people do. They just do it till it breaks. So now, but the thing is, with this Make Lifestyle Changes diet, it starts out giving you the exact tools that you need so that you're feeding the body, because you can't expect a clean bloodstream, and the liver, by the way, is cleaning that blood and putting nutrients into it and taking toxic things out of it and trying to do some, and then that liver is then being poisoned by these toxins, heavy metals, and bad things, toxins that are going through the body. And pretty soon the liver, after cleaning 13 pints of blood every single day to the tune of 100 gallons every 24 hours, It's cleaning 13 pints, 100 gallons every 24 hours. So it's just processing that 13 pints over as fast as it can and doing every single thing it can. And then somebody throws a soda pop at it, drinks too much alcohol, has way too much sugar, whatever. And on top of the fact that the liver over time is just working as hard as it can to keep you healthy, keep everything going. But then if it's not fed properly, so what's proper? So that's what the Make Lifestyle Changes diet does for you. It shows you what's proper. It's telling you that starting every morning with half your body weight in ounces of water. Now you can, if you weigh 200 pounds and you're getting 100 ounces of water throughout the day, and we can count soup, we can count herbal tea. We're not going to count very much juice because we don't want a lot of sugary juice in the diet. So with an honest perspective, looking at what you're really eating, and not eating for the brain, but eating for the spirit, eating for the body. You're feeding the body, and you got to listen to it, and you got to try to take care of it, because nobody else is. And if you give that away to a medical doctor, they will lead you down the path to one drug after another drug until you are no longer, you're not going to be who you were, and you get so sick that you don't want to live anymore. And that's exactly what that's exactly what they do over and over and over again. You've seen it every day. And then they want to chemotherapy these people to death, which is like you might as well get tortured to death while you're dying of cancer. Then they're going to torture you to death with chemotherapy. No, sir. Something's wrong with that system. Now, so here, this Make Lifestyle Changes. It's telling you to start your day with half a dropper full of B12 and folic acid. So then if you want to read up on or Google B12 and folic acid, you find it's feeding every cell in your body. It's so powerful. It's an energizer for every cell in your body. And now you're getting it. And then the liquid sunshine is the next thing it says in this report. And it's crucial to get 50 drops for 15 days, every day, 50 drops of this liquid sunshine that's listed there. And you can click on it and you can go see it. And you can look at it. Let's do that. Because that you can do. You right click it. You open the link in a new tab. And when we're talking about the product in this report, I'm clicking on it. I'm looking at it. And so I'm looking at the everyday liquid sunshine drops. And what I'm saying is the evidence in a report under Breast and All Cancer, which is the greatest cleansing document that I ever wrote, because it shows us how to clean the blood so well that if there is, if there is cancer, that there are herbs historically and traditionally that are natural remedies. And we can't say they're the cure for cancer because that's illegal. There is no cure, according to the pharmaceutical authorities, which are in charge of your food supply. Whoops, that sounds like that's a bad deal, isn't it? Anyway, everyday liquid sunshine. So when we're looking at everyday liquid sunshine, here it is. Now we're looking at it, and you get a 1 ounce bottle of it, and you can get it from Better Health and Herbs, and then you can use your discount Health 01. The word health, then 01 when you check out, and you get a 15% discount. But anyway, there it is. and it tells you that the regular dose is 1 drop. That is a normal dose. That is what they're going to give you, and that's what the studies used was 1,000, actually 1,100 IUs of vitamin.
Yeah, but
vitamin D3.
that's a medical.
Go ahead, brother. That's Doc Miles
Yeah,
has entered the building, folks. This is Doc Miles. Hi, Doc. Thanks for joining us. We're talking about cleaning the bloodstream and cleansing and detoxifying and cleaning up the bloodstream. And where would you start, Doc? But making sure that the nutrition that you get is excellent to start with. Then you work your way through making sure you're using the meal plans and the recipes and the acid and the acid alkaline food chart, and so that you're selecting 65% alkaline and 35% acid, and it's the meal plans and it's the recipes that you like, so you're choosing your own food. But it all starts with a good nutritional base. Then
Right.
you get to and stimulating the immune system and having all the nutrients that are in that power drink, and then having a meal plan and recipes that are again 65% alkaline, 35% acid. That sets the stage. And then when you get to that cleansing and detoxifying, that's when Doc Miles would be giving you something to cleanse and detoxify and clean out the liver and the colon. And I would be doing the same. Is that right, Doc?
That's right. Now, the D3 study of 1,100 a day is a medical study.
Mm-hmm.
We give kids 5,000 a day. Adults take 10,000 a day. That's nutritionally sound. That's not the drug administration or the medical groups, because they don't know anything about nutrition.
Exactly.
You know, because I had a little kid that's 3 years old. He was in Dale Children's Hospital in Austin for 2 weeks. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. And when I looked at his blood work, I figured he's got a bacterial infection. So number one, I gave him a little D3 capsule, 5,000 units, and had his mother to give it to him every day. And then some golden seal and echinacea mix in a capsule, opened it up, put in a little yogurt. Did that every day for a week, and in 3 days he was well. And he spent 2 weeks at Dale Children's Hospital, and they couldn't figure it out.
Exactly. Because that's
the
right.
D3
and this happens all the time.
Yeah, the D3 and the D3 build his immune system up really quickly, and then the golden seal and echinacea for 7 days pulled him right out of the hole.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
5,000 units a day for kids and 10,000 units a day for adults of the D3.
That's right.
And that builds the immune system. I do every fall. I've got some blister packs of 50,000 unit capsules. I take one a day for 15 days. My immune system's on the top shelf, and I'll never get the flu. And I see flu cases all winter long, but I never get it because my immune system's on the top shelf. I give that to cancer patients that just went through chemo, and they have no immune system then, and they're scared to death they're going to get pneumonia and die instantly. And so I put them on a blister pack, and they don't get sick and they don't die. It's amazing. But 50,000 units a day for 15 days in the fall will keep you from getting, the flu.
Yeah, and like you said, the study was done by the pharmaceutical industry.
I know it.
And even that study, Doc, at underdosing people at 1,000, even that study, the conclusion was that it increased the immune system 77% against cancer, and you would be 77% less likely with an underdose of about 1,100 IUs. So yes, and that's exactly what they do. They do it all.
I know
they do it all the time.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So, but the key here is, again, we need to get the diet right, because as long as you're polluting the well, it's pretty hard to clean up the well. So we got to make sure that we're cleaning the body, making sure that there's plenty of acidophilus and bacteria in the tummy, so that when we're using these blood cleaners like pau d'arco bark, herbal tea, and other blood cleansers, and herbs that are have a history of helping with blood disorders, and using these herbs to clean up the bloodstream, and making sure that the digestion is digesting and has the correct bacteria and enough digestive enzymes, etc. So you got to make sure everything is working on the way to the liver. Then when you get to the liver, that's when then you are using milk thistle seed extract to protect and build new liver cells, and then you're using all these blood cleaners and herbs to pull heavy metals out of the body. And you do all of this simultaneously as you're feeding and nourishing. That's how that's a system that is working with the body in synchronicity, so that once you're cleaning out that liver and you're making sure that the bowel is able to get rid of the debris, and you're cleaning out, that's a complete system. And when people are doing that, that is how to clean the blood. But simultaneously, you got to look at the whole body. So you look over at the kidneys and make sure that they're flushing out. You're getting that one lemon in about 8 ounces of water. You're about 2 times a day, isn't that right? About 1 lemon in about 8 ounces of water, and wait a couple hours, and then have another a glass of another 1 lemon and another 8 ounces of water. 2 hours apart. Is that what you do?
I do morning and evening, actually, is what I do.
Good. Morning and evening. So you're flushing out the kidneys like this, so that all this blood cleaning and everything is, now you're cleaning out the liver, you're cleaning out the colon, you've worked on the digestive tract, you've got all this high nutrition going on, and you're flushing out the kidneys. Whoa, what a detox system. Then you're looking at any other abnormalities. What else is going on? Is there diabetes? Is there cancer? Is there high blood pressure? Then you start focusing and targeting those at the same time. Because when you do all of this simultaneously and work on all these kinds of things at the same time, that's when the body is getting enough help that the body does what the good Lord made it to do: heal itself. It will heal itself. Isn't that right, Doc?
That's right. Most of the time, when people have high blood pressure, their triglycerides are way too high, and their kidneys are malfunctioning. Okay? They got a lot of kidney markers. And when I do the blood work, I see that. I put people on the DHA, which is, your omegas is EFAs and DHAs, and you want the real high one that has DHA in it, and then the renal plus and the kidney bladder prostate for men, or the kidney bladder for women, and that cleans out the kidneys and brings down the triglycerides, and then all of a sudden your blood pressure comes down to normal. It works every time. It works every time.
There you go. That's it. And it's wonderful when you know what the body needs, and you're able to give that support. And then you're focusing on, if there is high blood pressure, diabetes, that you're also helping and giving nutrients to support those endocrine system, etc. So, or if it's eyes, to be able to work on the eyesight. We work on everything all at one time. That just makes sense. why would you just go in and clean a house and only clean up 1 or 2 rooms and then leave?
Well, see, that's the way with your automobile or your truck. You know, each tire needs a certain amount of pressure in it, and you got one of them that only has half the air that it needs. Or you're going to get down the road until it fails. You either air it up, or you fix it, or you replace that tire. You keep everything balanced, and when you replace a tire, you always have the tire balanced. And so I help people balance their body through blood chemistry. And I'm the only one in the country that's doing this right now. And that's why I'm staying so busy, and I just love it because I'm helping so many people every day, you know, and it's just amazing. Once you balance, it's going to heal itself. We're not healing anything. We're not prescribing anything. We're just doing body balancing through nutrition so the body can catch up with itself and fix the different organs through nutrition, and then everything will heal itself. Because modern science has taught us that cells have a communication with each other. And somebody, you know, comes into my office and they, you know, I do the blood work and I look at it and I say, okay, we need to correct this, this, and this. And then the cells will say, hey, all you sick cells can go away because we got help coming down the pike here.
Whoa, whoops, what happened? Uh-oh, I lost everybody. I thought I had it, but I lost something. Hold on, I lost what we're doing here. Let's get in here.
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
But you don't live on them. You don't live on them. You only use them temporarily. Get yourself out of a hole, and then balance the body through blood chemistry. Works every time. You do it, and I do it. You work a little differently than I do, but between the two of us, we just about whoop any problem. And we've done it years, so I know it works.
Absolutely, and that's a good point, is that we, over the years, decades now, I've helped you with formulations and so forth that you have there that you use. And over the years, I've seen that you have modalities and tools that I don't have, and so so it works out well because we complement one another and we help each other, and you have a lot of great ideas, and you're a go-to guy when we want to find out what's going on. So yes, sir.
Well, we working together like we do in tandem helps a lot of people because, you know, Brittany makes up all of your formulas. She makes up some formulas for me, and I interact with both sides of the fence with my patients. And then when I find out something else that you have that I forgot that you had or didn't know that you had, I'll introduce that into my line, and that helps them a little bit more. So working together over the years has really paid off for a lot of people because that's what it's all about. We care. We care. We're not in it for the money, obviously. We'd have a whole lot more money in our pocket than we do right now, but that's okay. We're not after the money. We're after the goodness of what we do in helping others. That's what God put us here for. And that's why you and I are still around in our older years, because we practice what we preach.
Absolutely.
And it works.
Absolutely, brother. We practice what we preach because we know it. It's a labor of love. We enjoy. We're joyful in our work. We see what we're really helping people, and we've helped so many people over the years with every health disorder that you can imagine. And these people were told to live with it in most cases, or suffer to death, and they found us, and that changed everything for them.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's always been a pleasure. It's always been a pleasure to work with you because you got knowledge that I don't have, and I got some knowledge that you don't have because of our different studies over the years.
Yep.
And then when we put our heads together, we can come up with a real good plan for people. And I just love working with you because it just always works.
Yes, sir. And likewise. So I guess that we'll just have to keep doing this for another 3 or 4 or 5 decades. How about that?
That'll work.
Okay.
That'll work.
All right.
The only thing is I'll be just a little bit slower at it.
Yeah.